guys, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for becoming a part of our community here. I really appreciate you guys that have subscribed. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And please thumbs up my videos. Last night at 8:21 p.m., there off the coast of Virginia, there was a magnitude 2.6 earthquake. 15 people said they felt this earthquake. There was reports in New Jersey, intensity level 2. New York, intensity level 2. It doesn't give a location there. Let's see. Intensity level 2. Dale City. Yeah, why would it be so far across and have all the same intensity? Let's see. Virginia Beach, Norfolk. Danville, intensity level 2. I don't know. It's just kind of odd. Let me see if we get any more over here. That's about it looks like. I have spent hours trying to download data for that area. And you guys know that, yeah, you can see here, so much data is missing from NED. That is north of where this earthquake occurred. And let's bring it in. Okay, yeah, you can see it's off the coast. Yeah, about 9 miles. That is Chickadee Bay. Sorry for pronouncing it wrong. Those of you that have followed me for a long time do understand I am dyslexic and, yeah, have a problem. This is not far from where an impact crater occurred. An asteroid impacted the Earth. About 11.1 miles per second, punching a deep hole through the sediments into the granite. It created a crater about 24 miles across. From what I remember, the Chesapeake Bay, the waters here actually emptied in a different location. And because of the impact crater, yeah, it changed the route of the waters coming from these river here. Yeah, they didn't even know that the impact crater was even there until 1983. But anyways, yeah, there's been some earthquakes that they have not reported. And they didn't fudge about this earthquake size. It was a magnitude 2.63. And there's right there, I don't know if I can make that. Let's go to the signature and make it bigger. Yeah, it's all tectonic. Yep, fracturing, the fault lines moving. As you know, the North America plate is being slid towards the west because of the Atlantic Ocean crashing into it. Very frustrating when the monitors aren't working. There was another one. This is not being reported. At 10:48, about 30 seconds. Let me extract that, or I did extract it, make it a little bit bigger for you. This is here on the stream view. Actually, it came in at 10:49 in about 30 seconds. You can see we got, well, it shows up a little bit later at this other station a couple seconds later. And let's go to the spectrogram. Yeah, shallow earthquake. There we go, shallow earthquake. I'll make that one bigger right there, but that one is not being reported. It is marked in red, and they got all kinds of them marked in red on this monitor. So let's go to Google Earth and look at the area. If you guys have been feeling rumbling, light shaking, yeah, it's not your imagination. Yeah, Washington. There's been all kinds of stuff going on. Let me go down here. See that? Yeah, I can just go through, and I'm not going to do that because I've got a big problem with the monitors not pulling in all the data. This is more recent. 1746, Universal. which would have been at 1246. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Let's close this and go up and just kind of pick out the little quakes. Yeah, where should I start, right? There's one right there. At 1254 Universal. That would have been at 7 a.m. just for the fun of it. Let's see how big it was. It was little. That would have been a magnitude 0.21. This here is what's called slow-moving tremors. Quiet earthquakes, just a constant movement. And that lasted for about 7 hours. Yeah, it's what they call low-frequency earthquakes. It's just slow and quiet. Yeah, as the continents are moving, or even possibly a fault line moving. There's the location for that one, which is by Richmond, Virginia. The next monitor I'm going to show you is this one right here, P61A, and I guess that would be close to Wilmington. The monitor is actually at Hampton. Yeah, Winslow Township. And that's what it's currently showing. Let's take a look at this. It's kind of a wavy lines there. Yeah, my daughter's on the phone. Yeah, see more plate movement, tectonic movement. So that's about it. Like I said, if you guys thought you've been feeling some rattling, yeah, it's not your imagination. Let's look at that signature. Yeah, up and down. Let's just extract that. Yeah, more plate movement. Yeah, yeah. Well, actually, some of them, a couple, not a lot, but a couple of them got rounded. So it makes me wonder, make that smaller again. Makes me wonder how deep it is. Yeah, you get, subduction down into the mantle. Did you guys hear that China, March 1st, is starting a draft for everybody that's over 18 years old, men and women? The only people that can get out of the draft, look at that there, look how red that is, are pregnant women and women who are nursing. As of 2020, China's population was 1.44 billion people. So even if half the population is eligible for draft, that's a lot of people. And so more than likely they're going to do their invasion earlier of Taiwan. And once you're drafted, you're in the military for at least 4 years, unless you're an officer, and then you're in the military forever. Poor people over there. What if they gave a war and no one showed up? Yep, wars and rumors of war. I don't know if that Russian vessel is still off the East Coast with its supersonic missile that could create a radioactive wave of about 3 miles high. Yeah, it makes you wonder how far inland would that... Let me take the roads off. How far inland would that blast be? Yeah, and then there's reports of something possibly in the Gulf of Mexico and off the West Coast, and all the rumors about the balloons. I think they were testing our defense system to see if they could sneak a bomb across in a balloon. And then I guess Canada, to get rid of the gangs in Haiti, sent a some kind of reconnaissance or a plane that can carry weapons. And there's talk that we want to overthrow their president there in Haiti, the United States and Canada. So, yeah, I don't know what in the devil the Canadian government's got planned for Haiti. The poverty is just tremendous there, and they know that they gotta big problem with the gangs there. I think the president lives somewhere down here by Port-au-Prince. So keep prepping. I am. I'm currently making beef jerky. I'm going to put up a video about that when it's done. Yep, wars and rumors of war. So what are your thoughts? Did you feel any of these earthquakes up there in Virginia? Have you felt any of them? Did you notice like light rattling and things like that going on? Yeah. If so, please put your comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. As always, yeah, please stay safe, be prepared, and I'll talk to you later. God bless y'all. Bye.